First of all, my name is Mike Barnell. I'm the Chief of Water Resource Management for the Susquehanna River Basin Commission. And I'm going to take a little poll. Who here in the room knows who we are and what we do? That is significant. Who here knew what we did 2 months ago? That's pretty good, about half of you. Great. Well, you're sitting smack dab in the top part of the basin. First of all, I should tell you, I grew up in Lawrence, New York. Some of you may know where that is. I went to college at Oneonta State here in Oneonta. So it's nice to be back home. We have a pretty large basin, 27,510 square miles. We're about the same size as South Carolina. We have a really, really big agency. We have 37 people. We're a federal interstate compact commission, which means we're made up of Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, and the federal government. And in that confine, we have been essentially given police powers over the water in the basin by those states. And we have a regulatory program that we manage. Talking about the Marcellus Shale, the other thing you need to know, we have not regulated gas well activity before the Marcellus Shale came along. You can ask yourself, well, why didn't we get into gas well activity? The reason is because we're water regulators. Okay, that's what we do. We do it every day. That's what my staff looks at, my permitting staff, that's what my compliance staff looks at, is regulating water withdrawals. So until this Marcellus gas play came along and these water withdrawals went over our thresholds, it's not something we review for. Just looking at the basin, you can see we're covered about 72% by Marcellus Shale, so we're pretty interested in this. Okay, we're pretty technical folks. We're engineers and geologists for the most part, and that's what we do. We look at these things from a technical perspective. Just looking at the gas, about 5,000 to 8,000 feet down. Okay, regionally, blankets almost the entire basin. And this is the interesting thing in here. Requires unconventional means of extraction. So the Trenton Black River Formation that was being talked about earlier, that for the most part doesn't. You have to drill down. Sometimes they drill horizontally, but they're not using all this water, and it's called a slip water fracture, to break up the shale and get some proppant in there in order to get that gas back out. And before I start telling you about what we're doing about it, I want to make sure that you understand what's going on. Okay, Linda and I use the same graphic, so we've seen it twice now. First of all, horizontal well drilling. They're going down, they're turning this, and they're going out through the formation. The idea